So, Succubus is one of those movies where I went into basically completely blind. I just said, "Oh, that poster art's sick. Let's check it out." And yeah, this shit's a banger. I thought this was very well made, very good, and I'm excited to talk to you all about it. So, we're talking about Succubus. Well, Succubus is about a succubus. um, but yeah, it's about a husband who is taking a trial separation from his wife, and they have a newborn child, so like he's all like down in the dumps, he's feeling lonely. His best friend's all like, "Yo bro, you have a free pass, like go get some cheeks." And he's just like, "Nah, I'm not about that life." Well, his friend makes him it's like a non-name brand Tinder in the movie. um and he's just like, swipe yes on everyone. Well, he comes across this profile that he's like, that's weird, because there's of course a very sexual picture, and her profile address is "help me" with a link. And the male lead's a nice guy, so he adds her, tries to talk to her about what's wrong, and he kind of gets seduced, and spooky stuff and gross stuff starts happening from there. Yeah, I like this a lot. First off, this is like half found footage and like half traditional filmmaking, cuz since there's a lot of computer screen, cuz he's typing to her and he's video chatting. You see all of that. So it's very much found footage while also being a traditional filmmaking film. And both aspects work really good because it's like this. There's a lot of clever editing. Like when he's like typing to her on the phone and he's just not at his computer, it's like a little pop up bubble. But it's very natural in the film. It doesn't look out of place. The way it's shown is very clear, it's very natural. It looks good. We've all had our heart broken. We've all had something bad happen to a loved one. So you feel for the characters. You feel for pretty much everyone in the movie. And it's nice to have a film that doesn't just be like, "Oh, he's bad, don't root for him." There's so many films that are just good and evil, and this has a little bit of gray area. And one thing, this doesn't rely on jump scares like at all. I don't even recall if I think there's one jump scare, and it's very much like a blink and you miss it. It's not even like there is no sound cue to it. It's just like there, and if you see it, awesome. And if you don't see it, then nothing really changes. And I love films that just build atmosphere and tension and doesn't just go boo every like 5 to 10 minutes, because that's not scary. That's just you startling me, and there's a big difference between being startled and actually being scared. And this is a weird positive of mine, but this film shows full on male dong, just full on penis. And I always support films that have the balls and courage to do this, because so many films are all about butt cheeks and boobies, and very few films actually show dong. Because I know the MPAA is weird about that stuff for whatever reason. And I'm like, hell yeah. So kudos to them. And Brendan Bradley, who plays the male lead, he kills this. I feel his fear. I feel his sadness. I feel his sexual tension. I feel his happiness. I feel his love. He just crushes it. Rachel Cook, who plays the female lead, the girl that he starts talking to, is so devilishly caring and seductive, and it works so good. And she's insanely effective in this movie. And and of course, like meeting new people on the internet, this film really highlights the dangers of the internet, because at any moment you can talk to someone who has ulterior motives, and that's a scary thought. even like making YouTube videos, I'm like, I don't know, there are some weirdos out here on YouTube. And like that's a thought that crosses my mind quite a bit sometimes. So I like that aspect. And this film has Ron Perlman, Hellboy himself. One of the three Hellboys, but Hellboy himself. And Ron Perlman's always good. So he plays a little side character. So that was a pleasant surprise to see Ron Perlman in this. But yeah, Succubus, do I have anything negative to say? Not really. Like, I don't think I disliked any aspect of the story. The ending is pretty cool. I've seen people say like, "Oh, the a third act loses steam," and I don't get it because I was fully enthralled from beginning to end. But yeah, negatives. I really can't think of anything outright bad in this movie. Cause like, when I do negatives, I don't want to like nitpick like little things. Like every film has its issues, so if there's something inherently bad, that's when I talk about it. But if it's like minor stuff, like who cares, man? Like movie making's hard as hell. Like if something slips to crack, it slips to cracks. Who cares? But yeah, Succubus, banger. Check it out, support it. If you've seen it, tell me your thoughts. But like always, thank you for watching. So much for your support. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and keep being good people.